My inspiration for the Maison du Site has come from many different places. Most importantly, the influence is through dialogue, through meeting people, through speaking, through exchanging stories and getting a sense of not just what I see and experience here, but what has gone on here before to get us to this point. Okay, so there'll be representational objects. So there'll be a crab to represent the economy from before the war, and from the fishing, which is a very strong identity, part of the self-identity here. And I'm also putting in potatoes, which for me and for most people I think would agree that potatoes were the post-war economy, and the new economy, let's say. I'm also putting in a gigantic nose as well, from which has a little surprise at the back of it too. But the nose is there to sort of indicate, is a little reference to Napoleon. The nose is based on Napoleon's nose, who was obviously here many years ago, many generations ago. But also it ties in with the geology of the area, the Cap Greené, the Cap Rongnay. So it has a reference to the geology as well. And also to French language, to phrases like avoir l'avenir, to know the future, couler, various language relationships. And finally there is a sandcastle. And again, the sandcastle can mean many things too. It's a symbol of the tourist economy, which is another part of how people live here. But it's also a testimony to all the different fortifications that have been built along this coast, which symbolised invasion and defence. We have the Romans, we have the English, we have the Germans, the World War II. There's many different, and Napoleon of course, so there's been defences built up and down this coast for years. So I like the idea of producing different elements to create a collage, different elements that said different things. And so when the viewer comes into this space, they start to place the things and arrange them and relate to them individually, rather than having one singular image for the entire place. But I want it to be a physical thing that people move around. All the objects here will be on the ground, so there'll be no plinths or elevated. It's all quite something you can touch and move around. Yeah, very physical experience hopefully for people, rather than all scratching beards.